vacation with your friends? Do you all remember it? Did it go horribly wrong? I remember my first vacation and it did go horribly wrong. Today I'd like to share with you a story about my first vacation with my friends. It took place during the summer of 2015. It was a total of 6 of us going to Puerto Rico for our first time. In my story I'll be highlighting 3 main things about our trip. We talk about the problems of being in a foreign land, getting our valuables stolen, and how we finished our trip. We arrived in Puerto Rico, or San Juan, Puerto Rico on a Saturday morning. We were ecstatic about beginning our trip and having as much fun as possible. When we got to our hotel, we saw that it was a 5-star hotel and we couldn't be more pleased about it. As you can imagine, it was all beautiful. Around noon, we went to a car rental place to pick up our car. We ended up getting a Jeep Wrangler. It was beautiful, as you can see. From there, we went to El Yunque. El Yunque is a national rainforest in Puerto Rico. Everyone talks about their waterfalls and their hikes. We were ecstatic about getting there. When we got there, we parked our car and we started our hike as quick as possible. We left a couple things in our car, thinking that no one would try to break in since there was a cop right around the corner. When we got to the waterfall, we had as much fun as possible. A couple hours later, we decided to go back to the car so we could go back to the hotel. When we got to the car, we realized that our front passenger window was shattered. We started freaking out, and we started looking to see what was missing. We came to find out that we were missing 3 wallets, 3 phones, and some clothes. As you can imagine, we were all mad about it. From there, we went to the car rental place to see if we could get another car. We ended up paying $400 to fix our car. I wanted to remind you that this all happened within the first day that we were there, so we still had a couple more days to go. We ended up getting a Kia Rio, which is nothing like the Jeep Wrangler. We had to fit 6 people in a 5-passenger car. From there, me, Christian, and Axel, we had to cancel our phones since they had just been stolen. But my other 2 friends, they had lost their wallets, so they had to call the police so they could file a report so they could come back home since they had just lost their IDs. From there, we kept our heads up. We filled our days with optimism and positivity to try to make the most out of it. We still managed to have the time of our lives throughout our trip. Later that night, we found out that on TripAdvisor website that San Juan's crime rate is comparable to New Orleans and Detroit. So that means that we should have been a little more careful about it. In conclusion, we went to a place we didn't know much about, got our valuables stolen, but ended up solving the problem and having fun for the rest of the trip. Throughout our trip, we learned a couple things. We learned that we shouldn't be leaving our valuables in our car. But most importantly, we learned that if you fill a day with nothing but positivity and optimism, you can manage to have the time of your life no matter what happens.